Morning, this Dirty Trucker. Currently 8:55 here in Detroit. I'm speaking to all these people who are hypocrites. My videos are gonna change. Um, though I'm a truck driver, I'm honestly retiring out of it. That's what I'm doing. Working for that last company, being in the container industry, has completely destroyed my overall ideology of being in trucking, what I wanted to be in there for. The industry is just horrible. The mistreatment that I received, the constant firing for doing something that was part of my job, and nobody, put a stop to it. They thought it was funny, thought it's something they were supposed to continuously do when you wasn't doing nothing but abusing the at-will employment law by making up shit, making it look like I was doing shit to sabotage the job so you can have some type of legal recourse or something you can go to your management with and say, hey, look, see, this is what she's doing, when it was you that caused it. Management don't ever look into that. So I'm done with it. So I'm actually retiring out of trucking. I don't even want to be on a truck again. I don't even want to see another truck. I don't want to see a container. I don't want to see shit, a semi, nothing. I'm done with that part of my career. I'm retiring out of it. I'm done. And because these people are hypocrites. You sit up and you act like you want to know the truth. You want me to tell you the truth. But then when you hear the truth, you cover it up. You don't do nothing about it. So why you want to know what happened? You're not going to do shit. Why do you want to know? They don't do shit. Just like with Warren Truck. I've noticed every job in trucking that I was with had in some way intertwined my career with trucking back with Chrysler, a company that broadcasted to everybody here in Michigan, in the plant, that I was crazy. And they got broadcasted everywhere. It was defamation of character. It was a constructive discharge. That's when the employer does something to cause you to leave. And they did. You lied on me. And this state, the way Michigan, my city I live in, Detroit, the way they mishandled everything. Why didn't you do nothing? That's what I don't understand. Why didn't you do anything? You heard what they did. You knew it was the employer that caused all this. It was the actions of that employer and that coworker that got me put off my job. What led to the things that happened to me over the years, it led to my current debt situation I'm in. Because you know why? I wouldn't be in trucking. I would be at one truck plant getting ready to retire. All that money they owe me. You owe me back pay. You owe me profit sharing. You owe me a house. You need to clear my name. My debt is because of you. You need to pay it, straighten it out. My personal items that was stolen over the years because of this shit. Due to this other shit slipping in the apartment. Taking family items. Why would you be taking family photos? Why would you be coming in here switching shit? And that was a true story when I posted about them switching my 1099 over at Alden Towers. That shit was true. I looked at them, then laid them around on the floor. I used to keep my stuff laying around on the floor. Then when I went to go get ready to do what I needed to do with my 1099, I looked at it again. The amount didn't match. It was higher by a couple thousand. Why would you do that? It's true. This debt that I have, I don't know exactly how much of it is mine because of that. I've been complaining about them switching documents. Nobody did anything. So what do you think happens when they do that? Okay, when you got to do what you need to do with your 1099, okay, that switched amount is on there. What do you have me paying for? You think that was funny? That's a crime what you did. Going in switching documents. They used to do that with my DOT physical. They did it here in this apartment. Changed the physical. It was switched. And uploaded. The long form was switched. And I guarantee if you go to the computer, what it was switched to is also showing on their computer. Because that's what they do. Because you know how they doing that? They get these individuals that work in this building, or either they move directly in the building or already in the building. They have a preset apartment. I believe this apartment and all these apartments that I've been in is what they call a trap house. Where they got stuff embedded in the wall, listening devices, cameras. Somehow they spying on me. You either have a hidden camera in here, or you spying on me directly through, I don't know, what is this, satellite? Something that could pierce through walls, heat signal that knows when I'm in here. It's something. Then you block my camera to come in here and do this other shit that I say is associated with illegal gambling. But nobody wanted to hear this shit. Nobody gave a shit. What I didn't understand, why you were doing it to me. When you want to know why? Because Warren Truck Plant labeled me crazy. So when I say this shit that's going on, oh, she crazy. This ain't happening. So that's why they get away with it. You better stop believing that shit these people telling you that they didn't accuse me of. You walking around here believing fucking liars. I told you what happened. When it happened, you didn't do nothing. These people got a criminal operation going on here where they have the capability to switch a motherfucking document and make it look like it came from the place it came from. Got you paying money, saying you owed it money, taking your money. They doing all kind of shit with it. All these clever scams. Somebody dropped a ball, whatever department handles this shit as far as law enforcement. These people are way ahead of you. I've been complaining about this shit for years. I'm sitting up here in debt that I shouldn't be in. All because even though all this shit is going on, the root of my problem is Warren Truck. But this other shit that's going on, I think it's been going on all my life. I think it was happening to my father. That's what he was complaining about. So this other shit, I don't know who these people are. What does my family have to do with these people? Is this government shit? Is this the government that did this to me? And why would you do this to me? Just because I'm born into this family and it was all probably already happening. It sounds like it was already happening in this family. This other shit. My father used to complain about somebody coming in the house. My keys used to go up missing. And I noticed throughout the years, stuff that happened to me in the past, they bring it in the present. Like with this apartment when I moved in. The tub. Horrible glazing job. For the apartment to be this amount of rent. The most horriblest glazing job I've ever seen before in my life. Matter of fact, I'm going to let you see it. For this apartment to be over $1,500. Horriblest glazing job. The paint job. You just spray painted it with some type of spray painter. And it's so thin that if you try to clean the walls, the paint is fucking coming off. I'm gonna let you. Look at that. This is how they glazed it. They didn't even sand it down. There's a section up there too. I don't know if you see that. But this is the clear one. You buy it being white. The ridges, they didn't even sand it down. They didn't sand it down. I did a better glazing job in an apartment I stayed at off of Holcomb than they did in this apartment. This apartment costs too much damn money to get in a tub that looks like that. That the more you use it, that the shower doors cakes up with gunk. That chalking on there gets that old nasty looking shit in there. You're constantly cleaning it. For an apartment to be costing this much, you can't clean the walls without the paint coming off. I never seen nothing like it. Then you come in here, trampled your dirty ass footprints all on my carpet. You came in here, you put small holes in the wall. I can see where you patched over the wall. See, in looking into what a trap house was, that's what they do. They embed shit in the wall to listen. Because I'm keep trying to figure, how the hell do you know what I'm doing? Why do you keep coming in here? This ain't no covenant house. This is not nothing spiritual for you to be walking into. These people seem to believe that coming in here, doing the shit they do, they're supposed to be able to win money. Gambling, the lottery, find winning scratch-offs. And they have been doing it. Because I've been matching up stories with recent wins to stuff that has happened to me recently. Like the guy who just happened to win the winning scratch-off, find the winning scratch-off bingo card. And won because it was a blackout card, which means he had every number on the card. They call it a blackout. And that happened right after I posted that video about Chrysler. And you know why I matched it up? Because Chrysler, when I was there during my employment, the city of Detroit experienced a blackout while I was there. The lights went out. I don't know if anybody remember that. The power went out. Couldn't get no gas. Couldn't get nothing. It was out. Something happened with the grid. It was a blackout. But shortly after I posted that, this guy says he mysteriously goes into a store and decided, he said, I've never played it. I don't usually play this card. He somehow got a feeling to play this card. Something told him to play this, get this card. It happened to win. Won. $200,000. Bingo blackout. Ain't never paid it. And I said, damn. That's mighty funny. He won that after I posted that video. And I remember doing my employment. See, that's what they do. These people know every detail of my life. And they playing a game with it. And they using this detail to find money. And somehow they've been able to do it. And all I get is $2, $4 here. Lost all my money. You took something that I talked about on the line at Chrysler and implemented it into a game. They did. Just like these ride shares. I talked about this shit years ago. That's all I used to do. I said, all I used to go to work and say that shit. All I do is ride around doing nothing, just all over the city of Detroit. Well, hell, I could just pick up people and be, getting paid for it, taking them somewhere. I talked about that years ago. Now we have ride shares. Back when I was at Chrysler, I used to write stories on blackplanet.com. My code name was A Real Woman Looking for a Real Man. That's where all my stories that what was happening to me at Chrysler during the time, what was going on with me at my neighborhood, at my house, were posted on blackplanet.com. I was a real woman looking for a real man. And at that time, when that stuff started happening to me at Chrysler, that's when I was writing it. Then that's when I found out somebody at work, because of Mario, found out about it. Mario. Because I was telling Mario I was BlackPanther.com. I'm a real woman looking for a real man. And I remember one of the girls in the plant that worked on the line behind me down in the pit. I heard her say, she ain't no real woman. Because she knew about it. Mario knew about it. I had a gold earring that I lost over visiting Brian. That's the guy I told you something he saw was so tragic. He saw something out of his apartment window. I lost it over there visiting him. Now, I don't remember how long after that happened that he called me and said he saw. But what he saw scared the hell out of him. I did a video about it. He said he saw a murder outside his apartment window. Scared him so bad what he saw that he left that apartment immediately. He was scared. I was at home in bed when he called me with that. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I said, I thought they saw him. Like, you was looking out the window. If they saw you, better not, I told them you better not say nothing. Because if they know you saw him, those guys gonna kill you. This is true. I'm not making this shit up. But I think, and you know, I'm fetching at straws. I'm just putting out what possibly could I have done for them to make up a story that I was crazy. Did you think I'd done something? Did you possibly think I was involved with that? How about this? Did you find my gold earring out there in the lot where that happened at? Because it would have been there. I lost a real gold earring visiting him. Fell out there in the dirt lot. I tried to find it. I couldn't find it. So I just drove off. I said, oh, well, it's a gold earring gone. But I kept the other one at my house in a little ceramic, nice little pottery container that I bought. Well, I used to keep all my jewelry until Mario came over there. And I noticed it was missing one day. Came up missing. Then it mysteriously reappeared back in my apartment. I think, see, these people are dirty. You don't do your investigations the proper way. People trying to find out something. I think, and I know for a fact, that they have been using people to get to me, to get in my house, to look for this shit, to switch this shit, and do this shit. I'm 100% positive of it. And that shit that you got these people doing, they are accessory to a crime. And it's illegal. And they could be charged for it. I don't give a fuck what you telling them. I don't give a fuck what you paying them. I don't give a fuck what you offering to help them with to do this shit. It is a crime. What you got these people doing. I can't live in my home. They were coming in my house. When I was there, I remember waking up screaming in the middle of the night. I remember being woken up in my sleep from somebody touching my toe. I remember hearing footsteps coming up my bedroom stairs. I remember hearing my front door close. All this while I was at Chrysler Warren Truck Plant. And I have a memory of a worker that I briefly dated there doing something to me when I was asleep. And it seemed like I was waking up out of my sleep foggy. And I believe the plant knew about it. There was a hidden camera in my bedroom in a teddy bear. I used to collect Christmas bears. Back in the day, they used to sell them at Kmart. I used to get one every year. Had a little shelf by the window. I used to collect Christmas bears. And after a friend, a high school classmate, visited me from Texas. He used to come there. Came up there. He used to come up to Detroit to visit his parents on Christmas. Got in contact with me through my sister. He a whole nother story with the tragic events that he calls coming up here lying about his marital status at the time. This is the deceit. This is the level of deceit that happened to me. And I don't know his involvement, but he was here during the time that I just got putting off my job at Warren Truck Plant when I got in contact with him. He was at my house. And I remember we were upstairs in the bedroom. I was on the bed. And he went over by that window and stayed over there so long. I was wondering what he was doing. To where I had to turn around. What are you doing? I had to turn around. I didn't see what he was doing. But it was a teddy bear that I remember when I walked over to it. You know, the camera lens on the camera, how it shutter when it snaps a picture. I remember walking to it. True story. I went over to it. I kept staring at it for some reason. And I looked at one of the eyes and it snapped like a camera feature. Then all of a sudden, I don't know if I was at work or just out in the streets. I kept hearing people say, we better get that out of there. We better have them get that out of there. And then when I went back looking at that bear again, it didn't do it again. The eyes was back normal. I kid you not. I believe it was a hidden camera in that teddy bear. I believe you took something from me. I don't know if it was a check belonged to me. Something was taken from me. Something good was about to happen, and Warren Truck stopped it with this crazy shit. Something you did that hasn't come out yet. It's only a matter of time. This is a true story. And this stuff is continuing. You always talking about they. Who is they? I keep calling them they. That's why I call these people they, them. Who are they? They keep coming in this apartment. They could cut off my camera. They could come in here ghost-like, do all this shit, and not be on film. These is crimes. You've been switching shit. You are responsible for the way my life is today. You are responsible for all the problems if I had employment. You are responsible for damages to my truck, to vehicles I'm driving, even you doing it with this rental car. You're responsible to the damages in residence I stayed in. All these small pinholes in the wall. What are you doing? If they bust the walls out here, would they find listening devices, cameras, stuff that you can use to mimic noises and all that kind of shit? I keep telling you I'm hearing electronic noise. And for me to hear that, you got to be in close range of me. Every apartment I stayed in, I hear this shit. And it started in 2017 here at the Hibbert Tower, when I was staying at the Hibbert off of Jefferson. That's where the noise started. And they doing this shit to make me do shit. I have felt and experienced sensations with my body that it is inhumanly impossible to be feeling as a human being unless something was done to you. I felt shit wrong with the truck. They'll make me feel pain. All of a sudden, I just gained weight. I'm gained weight now, feeling blown up from nothing. Something somebody's able to do to make me feel that. You've been tampering with my food. I believe you've been giving me prescription medications. You've been slipping shit in my beverages in my own apartment. Don't nobody gain weight from sitting at a table eating just like that. It don't happen like that. It take weeks to months for you to gain that type of weight. Oh, not me. Not what they doing. This is my life story. This is a documentary. And then some Africans took my story that I was posting online to get help and made a movie out this shit. It was a true story. That was my story. You didn't ask for the rights of it, and you didn't compensate me for it. I've been seeing what happened to me in other people's movies. You didn't get that idea. You got it from me. You've been stealing my writing. You go on my website and take my ideas. I try to create an online business to sell shit. I don't sell nothing. Why is my shit not selling? My Facebook seems to be fake, like it's blocked, like it's somebody else monitoring it. You interfere with my high school. This is my high school reunion year. 2 events has taken place that I couldn't even find out about, and I looked for online. And I don't miss any events for my high school reunion. They had a picnic and they had a meet and greet. I didn't know nothing about. You want to know why? Because when I went on Facebook looking for this, I couldn't find anything. When I went on that page, the pictures I used to see posted even about the final finale of the high school reunion, it wasn't on there. I couldn't find it no more. Somebody is blocking it out because they don't want me to attend. You act like I ain't who I fucking am. Around here asking me, do these people know me? Do I know them? Bitch, what the fuck is wrong with you? This dirty trucker, I'm documenting my own shit. And I hope that I finally say something that they find out who did this. Why you doing it? I'm paying on debt that's not all mine. I'm paying on debt I shouldn't have. I'm paying on debt because of one truck plant. Why didn't the state do anything? You hypocrites. You treat me like I'm a criminal, monitoring me, talking about what the fuck I'm doing, but you let these people do anything to me. And you need to be held accountable for it. This state, the United States, needs to be sued. I wasn't protected from this shit. I don't give a fuck if I am psychic, clairvoyant, or whatever the fuck you to convince these people I am. Or you think I am because I seem to know shit. That don't give you the right to come in here and do this motherfucking shit. I'm telling my own fucking story. I don't need you telling lies on me. I tell my own shit. You gonna get the truth from the horse's mouth. Which is me.